about to jump into Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk, so I wanted to change. This looks like a cool game. I haven't played it yet, so let's just jump into it. Looks like a huge game actually. Looks very customizable, and I've been into the RPGs lately, so figured I'd install it. It's pretty big too, size-wise, so From cyberpunk 1 week to medieval England. Wow, looks like living oil paintings. Very cinematic entrance there. Oh wow. Oh, really good sound. It definitely looks like oil paintings. You see their face? Yeah, look at their faces. It looks like living oil painting.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher. Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when
That's
I
probably
went
me.
out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Checking her out. You know what she kind of sounds like? Let me hear her again.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table.
She sounds like Deanna Troy.
Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt.
She
Now
does sound
get
like
up,
Deanna
you
Troy.
rogue.
Yeah, rogue. I can almost smell the bad breath. Alright, let's do this. Maybe? Hello? Oh.
A fine state you're in this
Oh, no,
morning.
Still more
What
talking.
on earth did you get up to last night?
If you're not satisfied with the characters, further develop without limitations. And we'll start with some strength.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday.
Sweating.
And then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've
Ooh,
got
look
a
at that,
feeling
already
there's
leveled
something
up.
you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that
Scratch.
suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
I was with Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right, all right. Sorry, son. It's just that I worry about you.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
I know, Hal.
Bugger off.
You've grown up in front of my eyes. It's hard to get used to it.
Go to your father.
Is father angry with me for sleeping late?
Of course.
He's not happy. Yesterday you
to
promised him
sword
you'd
fight.
help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he
Radzig.
was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He
course
always
his name
says his
is Henry.
knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Matthew and Fritz aren't drunkards.
I never said they were, did I? And if I really minded you going for a beer with them, I'd have put a stop to it long ago. I was young once too, you know. And your father was no angel when he was in Kuttenberg. You're not a boy anymore, Henry. You're a man, and it's time to start acting like one. Yesterday you promised your father you'd help at the forge. If you made yourself useful now and then, I wouldn't mind your mischief-making so much.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Alright. You discovered. What's with this blue dust everywhere? It's supposed to be like. Gonna get an apple? Oh, that's the jump. How do you grab it? Oh. Wow, that's a weird way to turn your hand. Hit him. Wow. What else we got here? More apples. More apples. Lentil soup. I don't know. I have a feeling apples heal you, right? So grab all the apples and the bread. And more bread. Anything else I can take over here? Nope. What over here? Anything over here? No. Cheese. Always good. More cheese. And something on the stove.
I feel quite hungry.
Oh. How do I get my inventory up? Ooh. Wow, this looks complicated. Apple. Eat. And I have a bread roll. And I have a piece of cheese. Open. Nails. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure I'll need it when I walk back over here. It's interesting the way that they created the first person. It's kind of a shallow depth of view. Fighting, like if there was a guy here and I had to fight, there wouldn't be a lot of quarters to move around in. Alright, how do I get out of here? Can I open this door? Oh yeah. More stuff. Ooh, look at all that stuff. Onions. Carrots. A lot of food. Cabbage. More apples. Oh, they're lock picking? Oh. I'll take the carrot. They're small. Whole cabbage in my pants. Okay. No. Time to go get yelled at by Dad. Papa, I'm awake, Papa. Well, that's how you run.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Sometimes you need power to persuasion and achieve your goals. Use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have. Social status was paramount to the quality of your attire. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you. Okay. Your money, how much money? Total speech skill, total charisma, total strength skill. Yeah, wow, it looks complicated. Alright, let's do it.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross-guard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now. Work won't wait.
If you want to sneak in somewhere, make sure that no one sees or hears you. Simple enough. When you're... Yeah, it depends on light and your clothing. Okay. Oh, wow, there's a whole book of tutorials in here. Alright, we're gonna skip that for right now. Let's just do... Oh, our quest log. Get the ale, that's last. Oh, they label it. Buy a bag. No, that's... We can't buy the bag until we talk to that dude. How do I zoom in? Collect that. Pick up the crossguard. Alright, we'll pick up the crossguard last. Because that's back here. How do you run again? Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like moving pieces on a board. Alright, this guy's... that must be him right there. Yep.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Ho ho.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you
Oh,
then.
great. I gotta fight him. Alright, there's a hook. Jab. Kick. Lock onto the opponent. Unlock. Block. Oh.
Missed. Bloody hell.
Oh. Ugh.
Quarter up.
Dang, this guy's beating the hell out of him.
Cry now.
How do I get out of those locks? Alright. Monk. That's it.
Is that the best you can do?
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
What's the question we started? Alright. Some people can be persuaded. Some can run. And if you're rather than beat them around, use violence. Solution. Huh. Get up.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
He kicked my ass. Alright, how do I get back to inventory? Ah. Eating an apple, does that help me? Health. 49. Oh, there goes the map. Could a mother, she'll patch you up.
Strong linen, delicate.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he
And look at me.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So are
Matthew.
such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What? Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
You've got your ass whooped. Shut the hell up.
Well, what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge Parlement. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
All right, I'll do it. But then you have to give me a hand with something.
What do you need?
Kunesh owes money to father and doesn't want to pay. I tried talking to him, but he wouldn't listen. I need more than words to get coin out of him, and I can't handle it on my own.
No problem. We'll back you up. Just as soon as we're done plastering Deutsch's house.
I'll be happy to sort out that drunken oaf.
All right. Let's go while Deutsch is still sitting safely in the tavern.
Okay, where do we go? Oh, this is the White House they're talking about? Uh-oh.
What the?
Discuss the plan of attack with your friends.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll say that her husband's talking smack in the tavern over there. If that's an option. Oh, beautiful. Your husband's making trouble.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Haha, that was simple enough. I'm saved. Alright. What do I do now?
Listen, there's this locked chest I need to get into.
Really? An honest trade not good enough for you anymore?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong to him, and I want to take it back.
If you say so. It's not skin
Welcome,
of my
Henry.
nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have. But if you get caught, you didn't get them from me.
Never heard of you. Thanks, Fritz.
I got the lockpick.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo! Eat shit, dodgers.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Uh-oh.
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Oof.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Wow, there's some language in there. Get a lockpick. Are we gonna fight again? I'm gonna get my butt whooped. Oh. Oh. Get him, get him. How come he hits him?
I'll slaughter you.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
You. Yeah.
Come on, get in there.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Run from the catch pole. They must be the police, right? Man, it's kind of hard to fight in this game.
Hey, Henry, I'm glad you came.
We're running right by the police.
Look out.
Tackle. Man, I am beat up. Look at that. There's blood on the side of the screen. Uh-oh. We're all beaten up.
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Day or night, at home or at work.
Linen fabric, dyed in flame.
Asparagus that'll cut you in half, and cucumbers that'll cure what ails you.
I hope I get better at fighting. I'm gonna get my butt whooped throughout this whole game. Oh, we took the long way back over here, huh? Where are they?
Why are you creeping around like a foot?
Oh, we gotta go all the way over here?
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, What can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
Man, I got whooped. Alright, Kunis. Mr. Man, time to get your butt whooped.
Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
Oh, he's got his axe.
What the fuck are you here for? Do you want me to take a whip to you or call a catchpole?
Just try it, you old drunk.
Bollocks.
You'll get one.
Man, I have no endurance. That's what it is.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
See how hard it is to lockpick. Oh wait, I don't need to do a lockpick. It's just unlock. Eat from pot. Does that make me help? That looks nasty. Man, he got Jack in here. The heck? Dude, how you living? Oh. Man, he got nothing. That's it, right? Can I open this all? Nothing, just a pot.
All right, blacksmith's boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want, but you haven't heard the last.
Alright, so I got the stuff, so now I can go sell it
Welcome, Henry.
and make the money on it.
How are you, Henry? If he doesn't like it, I'll lock him in the hen coop so he'll have a proper appetite next time. That'll ruffle his feathers.
Gambler.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
Wait, there's no. Oh, there goes the sales guy, I think. He's got like bags around him. Is this a merchant? Charcoal burner helper.
God be with you.
And you with you. Oh yeah, this is the guy. So, charcoal's 50. So this is the guy I'm gonna buy stuff from. But how do I sell? I think this is it. I gotta go sell it somewhere. One of these guys? Ah, trader.
Good day.
Good day to you.
God be with you.
Alright. The heck?
Greetings. Take care.
Ah. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that's how much money it is. So 2.4, 1.4, and 7.
Fabric, thread, button, lace,
Good health to you. See you later.
Oh, they do sell in different prices. That's cheaper. So far he gave me the best price in the middle. Let's see what this guy.
Here's your change. Thanks for your goodbye.
No, he doesn't sell. I can't sell him this stuff. Any other sellers? There's a gambler. And this guy doesn't... All I can do is buy from him, right? Oh no, I can sell. Oh, this guy's selling the best deal. Okay. So I'll sell the axe. How much gold do I have to buy? You can't delay, no time to lose. Where's my quest log? Buy a bag of coal. I gotta buy 10 of them. Perfect. Alright, check. Alright, haggle. Let's see if we can haggle it down.
Let's have a word about the price.
Aye?
Haggling works both ways when you want to buy or sell deer.
What about this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
My last offer.
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
Okay, got that. Who's this dude? He was talking to me.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
Oh, it was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
Oh, he's the guy
No
that I
mother's
was
happy when
practicing
her son
with.
starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Okay, well, I got some more stuff to do here.
Here.
Oh, that's my girl.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
Hmm.
Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh,
Welcome,
by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanyek.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
To save immediately. Oh, that's the way to save. Drink. Huh. That's interesting. You gotta have a pint of beer to save. Oh, trespassing. La 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 la. La 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 la. Alright, let's see what else we got here. I did that one. Trader. Charcoal burner. Who's this guy? Oh, this is the lesson. Might as well do that now. Somewhere over here. Get my butt whooped again. B.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Oh, I see.
Very good. Good.
It actually takes into account where you're...
Not bad. Very good. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. All right. Nice. Fine. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Try pressing.
Once again. Now you're getting it. Fine. All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty.
Mom, combat area? No, I gotta go pick up the thing. So you can only chain with the sword, you can't do it with the go-getter thing? Man, my endurance sucks.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
I've just been to the tavern. Deutsch was saying all kinds of shit about how Sigismund should be king.
That bastard. One day he'll get his teeth knocked down his throat if he doesn't shut up.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard.
I like the animations, they're very
Father had
realistic,
them
like he
engraved in
stepped up,
Sasau.
like
Right, they're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
a cool intro to the game. It's giving you the tutorial section of this game is pretty. They did a really good job. All right, Father, I'm here.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
Oh, it's just the hilt?
Look at that, lad.
Oh, it's
That's
the
what I call
cross.
craftsmanship.
Okay, that's what a crossbar is.
What
I
does
don't
the
even know.
inscription mean? Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have we got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Oh, I hope I don't have to build a sword.
By the way, someone paid me a call.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologize to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
Great, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do something here. Hit X, hit A, hit Y, hit B. You made a sword.
Do it.
Do it now. Oh no. They're gonna do it for me. Is that what they really did?
Good. Once more.
Oh.
That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Oh, they're gonna hammer it in. Nice.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Oh no, I think I sold those. Oh, if it does, I'm gonna have to restart this. Go get the nails. Yeah, I think I sold them. I'm gonna have to go buy them back. Yep. Damn it.
How are you, Henry?
I wonder if you can faint from running too much. Let's see. Nails. This one. 1.8. Oh no. What does it say? No, that's not the right one. Oh, I already... Duh! I thought I sold them, but no, they're still in my inventory there. Let's go back. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, girl. I had it here all the time. Huh. I think you're cuter than my girl.
You wanted?
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Yeah, she likes me. What's up with that? Uh-huh. Checking out that ass. Both of them.
Fine lass, eh?
Lass
now
or
stop
ass?
staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
But you haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are.
You know what's gonna end up happening? This guy's gonna be like a...
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
It's a long, driven story, this
Teach
intro.
me how to use it, like Sir Radzik said.
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world. Meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Oh, and it begins the actual story, right?
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Uh-oh. Holy cow, a little overkill? It's a little village. Dude.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
I already grabbed everything from there. Ooh.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back!
What the heck? He took the sword with him, huh? That's at least good. Oh, father's actually good. They're both gonna die though, you know that, right? Come on, girl, move. Yep. Right there. Oh, in the back.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Oh, great. I didn't even make it into the castle. He's like, damn it, my sword. Run. Right, get a horse. There goes a horse.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you. Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Center, ideally speed. It's a fastest. It says A that way, so
Yeah.
ooh, they're just killing everybody. Whoa, look at all those people over there.
Yeah.
Oh, it might hurt. Oof. Bleeding. Ooh, I'm getting hit too.
Yeah.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Yeah.
Where's my stamina for the horse?
Yeah.
This dude.
Run for it. Yeah.
Oh, there goes the horse. Stamina. It's yellow. Dang, how far away is this place? You discovered.
Flee to Talmberg.
Mac Douglas.
Warn the others. They tore its scarlet. Yeah. Yeah. Warn the others. They tore its scarlet.
Oh, the horse is starting to get tired.
Yeah.
I'm on a horse.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mac Douglas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh, made it. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh, the horse got arrows in him. I got arrows in me.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Scarlet has been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Hajo, Hosum Gilmer!
They're turning tail!
Made it.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
That's not gonna be good.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new. If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Ah, this game's got a lot of realism in it.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robart. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
They're gonna hide behind the walls? Shouldn't they go to a bigger town and warn them to get an army in? It's a big game. Beautiful too.
That should do. When will he bring them? He promised he'd bring them the day after tomorrow. Excellent.
You'll take care of it when he comes?
I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go.
Hey, what are you doing here? Clear off quick or I'll throw you out.
By all means. The best of it is, that pair of idiots broke up.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Right, true enough.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
He's gonna...
Right, man.
He's gonna have a word with me to keep my distance.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Must eat.
Hunger.
You're that lad from school.
Eat. Alright, I think I'm going to save it here, guys. I had a good time. This is a good game. I'm going to play this a little bit more. But it's getting a little late. Get some sleep.